see, where did I leave my car? Holy shit. Welcome to another episode of Miatas with Altitude. I am your host, Slack. I am doing a proper headlight aiming adjustment on my VisionAutoworks LED upgrades. As you can see, I've got some masking tape here on the pavement. That is exactly 25 feet from the wall. I'm at my least favorite car wash. And then I measured from the ground to the center of the headlight, which came out to 23 inches exactly. Took that and subtracted 2, which requires that the top of the inside of my beam pattern hits 21 inches from the ground at 25 feet. It's weird that that masking tape disappears behind that prismatic blue line. But the driver's side is done. Now to do the same thing with the passenger side, which is, funny enough, being shielded by a single piece of paper. And for you folks that have seen the headlight adjustment video and you were as confused as I was trying to do the up and down adjustment going through that hole, well, you don't need to, because going through that hole does nothing. Literally, the adjustment can be reached right there. If you see that, I'm gonna zoom in. There's the teeth. That's for the up and down adjustment on the backs of my factory headlight housing. You don't have to go through that hole. You literally can just reach right here. Doesn't have to be a super long screwdriver either. For comparison, you can see the Z pattern from the passenger side headlight next to the driver's side Z. I'm not a big fan of whatever that is. They say that from the factory it's to not blind oncoming traffic in the United States, but to illuminate and blind the pedestrians on the sidewalk, which is why it is like that. Whatever. Passenger side, highest step is at that 21 inches from the ground. Same with the driver's side. And as you can see when I block driver's side or passenger side. All right, the final instructions say mark the elbow from the driver's side low step right where it starts to rise. And then I'm supposed to take a tape measure, and from that mark all the way to this elbow, which I've also marked, should be at 43 inches. Let's see. Okay, you ready to do some stupid math? I finally aimed my VisionAutoworks headlights on my NC1. I was able to find dead center. Measured from a distance of 25 feet from the wall. Marked my center.
There's the logo. It kind of aims with this little V, and it should be right there.
Then measured and marked 21 inches from the ground to the highest point where it slopes at the top of that Z. I then measured from the center line 21.5 inches to the elbow on both sides. That is because the center of each headlight is exactly 43 inches apart. Finally, perfectly aimed headlights. Now it's time to go for a drive. What do you think of my rose-colored napkin? Oh yeah, I gotta clean up the tape off the wall. Stand by. I am 100% satisfied with how these VisionAutoworks headlights came out, especially after aiming them, did all the proper maths. Now they are perfect. The beam throw is perfect, they're centered, they do everything they're supposed to do. Thank you, VisionAutoworks.